This is your captain speaking. We're all screwed.
A plane crash leaves you and 99 other people stranded on an island. 100 of you must live together for an unknown period of time and get along the best you can. How would you answer these 5 questions about acceptable conduct? The answers may seem obvious, but the implications will surprise you, as you'll soon find out. Question number 1. Should stealing be considered acceptable behavior? That is, taking something by force or by a threat of violence. Question number 2. Should the initiation of violence be considered acceptable behavior? This does not mean self-defense. Self-defense is a reaction to the initiation of violence. The question asks, is it okay to start violence? Question number 3. Can one person give a right that he or she does not have to another person? For example, can Steve give Dave the right to start violence? Question number 4. Can a group of people give a right to another person that its members do not have? For example, can Joe, Dave, and Tom give Catherine the right to steal from all residents? And finally, question 5. Are any of these moral principles population dependent? In other words, if there were more than 100 people on the island, or fewer than 100 people, would you change any of your previous answers? Write your answers down before continuing, or just remember them. Here's where it gets interesting. If you answered no to all 5 questions, like most people, you have declared that no government may be formed on the island. In fact, you have declared that the foundational principles of government are immoral. Let's look at it point by point. Does the government steal? There's a simple way to find out. Would you pay your income tax and property tax if there was no penalty for not paying? If you only pay your taxes to avoid the penalty for not paying, then from your perspective, taxation is extortion, aka theft. Does government initiate violence? Government, by definition, must be able to enforce laws, so it must own the monopoly on violence. Police may initiate violence to arrest someone even for a non-violent crime like tax evasion. When we vote people into government, we are giving those people rights that we do not have ourselves. Those people then delegate more rights to other people, like tax collectors and police. If neither an individual nor a group can delegate a new right, then government cannot exist. To say population is a factor is to propose a number. In other words, if the island population of 100 people does not require a government, then how many people does it take to make government a good idea? One final thought. If basic moral principles cannot be worked out in a small-scale model like the island, does it make sense to say that they will be easier to work out in a large-scale complex model? Thanks for watching. Please leave your comments.